sound like.
There's no way you're beating that Swedish Chef impression.
And Roloff is always like, hey, that's more of Dr. Teeth, but it's something like that.
That was oddly good. The whistleblower says that there are at best 2.5 good Muppet movies, and that it's telling that the people who are super into the Muppets are never very funny as individuals. Plus, what's the story? Is Sesame Street a Muppet thing? That's always been wicked confusing.
The Muppets aren't the only overrated thing, though. Prosciutto, for instance, is just thin ham, but everyone nuts all over themselves for it? Silliness. And dogs? Everybody chill out about dogs. Every dog owner I know has pictures of their dog on their phone and they look at on vacation to cry. It's actually codependency.
Bananas. Here are 7 more things that are overrated. Bananas. People think they're a good morning food. They don't fill you up much. And a little known fact, they're high in histamine. July 4th fireworks are overrated in the sense that they scare dogs, like mine, a picture of whom I have on my phone. Mike Trapp is overrated in the sense that he will willingly sabotage a production just for a laugh that only makes sense to the inside crew. The movie Austin Powers is overrated. I watched it in Hollywood Cemetery before the pandemic, and you'd be surprised how many of those jokes are straight-on sexual harassment. Cats are overrated, I will say, as somebody who has a cat, in the sense that however much love you give them, it's like pouring it into an empty void. They don't return it unless it's convenient for them. Logan and Jake Paul are overrated. That one's self-explanatory. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble on the internet.
One of those Paul boys is going to beat you up, whichever one is the angry beating up
The idea
ones.
that someone would hear you criticize cats and be like, that's fine, and then be like, whoa, 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 Logan Paul? Over the line, my guy.
One of them's going to beat me up. Do they both box at this point, or is just one of them a wannabe boxer?
No, just the cats are.
Oh, got it. Finally, I'm overrated. My success has been entirely right place, right time, and a total coincidence. And if you're a fan of me, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where I put myself in stuff.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
We'll go now to a brand new member of the news team, Jamie Lotion for weather. Jamie, nice to meet you.
Oh, this is awkward. We've actually met before.
Oh my God, I hate this so much. This is the worst. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Where did we meet?
Where did we meet? We both went to Hannum Elementary School, and we literally were in class together from kindergarten through 6th grade.
Sorry, I don't remember that. I was
Fill in the blank.
the kid in the back of the class who was just eating lots of glue, so those early years are just a blur to me.
Okay.
Jamie, we apologize. On behalf of the rest of the news team, it really is nice to meet you.
Oh. We've actually met before, too.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, where?
Okay, well, it's kind of a long story. In 3rd grade, my parents surprised me with a trip to space camp, which was a really big deal for me because I loved space. And I was the youngest in the group, and I was also the only girl. We were on a mission together, a fake mission. I was in mission control, and I had a panic attack and started crying. And you came in and you gave me a flower and made it all better.
Uh-huh. What were you wearing?
It's kind of a long story. I was supposed to be wearing my space camp shirt tucked into my cargo shorts. But during the panic attack, I had wet myself, so I had to change. So we went to the gift shop in space camp, and the only thing they had was a men's extra large t-shirt.
Are you crying right now?
Yeah! And so we wrapped a belt around it, and everybody knew I didn't fit in.
I apologize. Maybe you should just introduce yourself to the audience.
I've actually met the audience before.
Where?
It's kind of a long story. 3 days before space camp, we had gone throughout the rest of Florida, and I was on a ride at Disney World, and I puked, and I hid in my seat, and I slipped out, and I almost died, but the audience was underneath the ride and caught me. And so I didn't die.
Did you know them as the audience at that point?
Yeah.
And they've been traveling as a collective group this whole time.
Yeah.
I'll just come right out and say it. If someone doesn't remember meeting you, it means you're not memorable enough and it's your own fault. We'll go now to a sexy hustler that we let do sports.
He's very, very sexy.
Oh. Hi. Gosh, you caught me right in the middle of a game of pool. This is the middle of a game of pool.
You're the pool expert.
You tell us.
Yeah.
No. I know that I know everything about pool, which is why this, with the cue stick on the table, is the middle of a game of pool. With the chalk and the cue ball, that's all the middle. The plastic covers around the fucking balls.
The middle
And
of the
that's
game.
the middle of the game of pool.
Well, this explains why you're so good. Why the balls are go.
Yeah, I know it explains
so
why
great.
I'm so good.
Yeah.
Which is why I removed the cover for the middle of the game of pool. I love playing pool. It's a game of patience and angles. I'm a very patient man, and I know just how to hit the spot.
Ooh, that is sexy.
I love the feeling of using my big stick, you know? Say, would you want to watch me knock in this entire rack of pool balls? I'll tell you what, after every time I hit the ball, I'll say something sexy to you. Would you like that? I'll bet you would. Great.
It's weird that this qualifies as the news.
It's weird that he has to chalk up his cue in the middle of a game of pool.
That is weird.
There's different thoughts about that. Some people say that you should re-chalk pretty frequently, even in the midst of a game of pool, like the one I'm playing now.
Oh my God.
It's good to have the table be just right up, almost at nipple height.
For sure, yeah.
Bukkake!
I guess that was sexy.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Foot stuff! Okay, here we go, and... Froggy style!
So, sir, it's nice to meet you, but we have to move on.
Oh, actually, we've met before.
Really? When? Where?
We met at space camp. I work at space camp. I make and craft artisan pool tables that work in outer space.
How? Not how do you make them. How does it work in outer space?
In outer space, there is different gravity. I was going to say no gravity, but obviously if you're closer to some large celestial bodies, there will be gravity forces there. So you need to play pool not just in the 2 dimensions of the table, but also 3 dimensions. If I don't hit a joke in this explanation, it's because I got too excited about thinking about how that would work.
Very sexy.
Very sexy, very
Now,
sexy.
I would be getting more balls in this pocket right here, but it's totally full of balls.
That's the sexiest thing you've said so far.
That is hugely sexy.
That does it for us, but before we go, we'll tell you that tonight's loser is Samwise Rush. As punishment, they're going to have to go around and tell the real actors where they think they first met to see if their stories line up.
Cool. Katie Maravich. I believe we would have first met when you were an intern at College Humor. Probably out on the floor of the office somewhere?
I remember it exactly.
Shit.
Your former assistant took me into your office, which was on the 4th floor. We were on the 5th floor.
Yes.
And I said hello because
Yes.
we have a family connection, which you don't remember. We're cousins. We're cousins.
Trap.
Yes.
I think we would have met. Did we meet back in New York?
Maybe.
Shit. To be honest, my first concrete memories of meeting you is when we were talking about the writer's position and bringing you out to LA.
I think the first time we met was before I started working at College Humor. It was actually at a Halloween party in which you were dressed as Dr. Robotnik or perhaps Mr. Eggman.
Yes.
So to be fair, you were in costume and I was in costume. There's no reason you would have recognized me or known me, but I think that was the first time I met you.
Oh.
I'm so far mortified. Brennan, please tell me that we met when you were a writer for Actually.
We met 5 years before that. Now, obviously, when I became your employee is obviously when I became a full human being. But prior to that, in New York City, we had a 15-minute conversation at Chelsea Piers with you and your lovely wife, Elaine, when I was a house performer at UCB, where I talked about how meaningful Dutch West was, your old sketch group, over a long dinner where I was a guest of Josh Rubin and Vince Payne.
Fantastic. Well, I'm an asshole. With personal relevance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the point.
Yay.
Grant.
Stop when you see red.
Oh, my God.
That's not how Twister works, though.
The reds are on the one that's they're the farthest way away. They're far away.
I see.
It still made me laugh. I'll give it to you, Grant.
Thank you.
Fun in theory, but rarely happens.
Really good, Trap. Really good. As usual, your B is another person's A. I'll give you 2 points. Great. Back to the board, and Jess, I believe the board is yours.
Let's do sex with me for 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sex with me is like maple syrup on a hamburger. Grant.
It's gonna taste sweet and just a little bloody. I heard an ooh from the crew.
I'll give it to you, Grant. I don't want to, but I will.
I had an alt on that. Sweet and a little fatty.
Oh. I like it, Jess. I'll give you that
Thank
point as
you.
well.
Sticky fucking meat.
I wouldn't accept that. I've already traced this line around the three of you, and so I think I'm obligated to give you the point.
Okay.
One for you, Trap. Grant.
I want them all between the buns.
The thing I like most about yours, Grant, is the way you stare daggers into me when you're done. It's almost like you dare me until you know.
Yeah.
I will give you the point.
Disappointed.
Jess.
Enjoyed by little freaks.
I like that a lot, Jess. I'll give that point to you for sure. Let's go back to the board. Oh, Jess.
On the menu at a crappy diner.
Jess, that's actually layered. Just like a maple syrup on a hamburger. I'll give you 2 points, bringing you to 23.
Sex with me is like maple syrup on a hamburger. Nobody wants a taste.
Yes, that's good, Trap. I'll give you the point. Grant.
Sex with me is like maple syrup on a hamburger. Everybody wants a taste.
Oh. Sex with me is like maple syrup on a hamburger. Some people want to taste.
Neither of you. Back to the board.
I'll do Are You A for 5.
Are you a State of the Union address? Grant.
Because you're really, really long.
That is funny, Grant.
I'm glad.
I will give you 2 points, bringing you to 12.
Wow.
Because you got me half standing.
Yes! Very funny. I will give you 2 points, bringing you to 19. Grant.
Because you've got Nancy Pelosi covered in white.
When you approach someone at a bar. What do they think you mean when you say Nancy Pelosi?
They think I'm referring to Nancy Pelosi,
The actual
the
person.
Speaker of the House.
So you, in the context
Frankly, a hero of American democracy that is under discussed, not as part of the left as I'd like her to be. Sure. Terribly effective as a speaker, with an unruly caucus at the moment that she's frankly doing a lot to keep in line. And in this context,
The man gets up from the bar and leaves.
I'm gonna give you 2 points, Grant. Grant, what'll it be?
hey, you know what? Sex with me for 1.
I'm good at that.
Child's play. Sex with me is like a fire drill.
Nobody takes it seriously.
2 points for Jess. Neither of you. Sure, I thought this was an easy one.
It's gonna cause a ringing in your ears.
Oh, damn. Sexy. I'll give you the point, Jess.
Very sexy.
Grant.
There might be a Dalmatian.
Now, what do you mean by that?
You know what, Grant? I'll give you the point.
Incredible.
Sure. That brings us to Jess.
Threesomes are like for 2.
Threesomes are like a tandem bicycle. Grant.
Everybody gets a ride twice.
Yes! A little mathematical to boot, Grant. I'll take it. 2 points.
One more person than you're used to.
That's really good.
Technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. I'll give it to you, Trap.
Someone's gonna have a view of a butt the whole time.
Straight down the middle, Jess. 2 points. Grant.
When I picture them in Amsterdam.
I love that, Grant. I do picture them in smaller European countries. 2 points for you, bringing you to 19.
Hard to tell how much the other person is into it.
I'll give that to you, Trap. Yeah, 1 point, bringing you to 22. Grant.
There's a really long chain.
You see? Oh, I like it, Grant. I'll give you the point. It's a plan. That's right. Sorry, could you do that for just 30 more seconds?
Yeah, do you see? There's a person here, and a person here.
Sure.
That's it. So, anyway.
I'll give you the point. I'll give you the point.
It's important to wear protection.
I like it, Jess. It is important to wear protection. I'll give you the point, bringing you to 29. We're back to the board. I think we're all the way back to you, Trap.
Let's do sex with me for 2.
Sex with me is like running a
You're gonna be bragging about it for the rest of your life.
I like that a lot. I'll give you 2 points, bringing you to 24. Grant.
You're gonna need to suck some goo by the end of it.
Another ooh.
Incredible. From the crew. Gross. And I like it. I'll give you 2 points, bringing you to 22. Trap.
You're gonna rise early.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give it to you, Trap.
This implies the other person has a penis.
Absolutely.
It's repetitive.
Sure, Jazz, I'll give you the point.
I don't know why anyone does it.
I'll give you the point, Trap. Bring you to 26.
You're gonna want to give up halfway through.
That's very funny, Jazz. I like that a lot. I'll give you 2 points, bringing you to 32.
If you search on the internet, you'll find a video of a lady shitting herself in the middle of it.
Oh my god!
I don't know what you're winning at exactly, Grant, but there's like a different game that you're destroying. Sure.
That was pretty good.
I'm going to give you 3 points. Bringing you to 25. Let's get out of here, Jesus. That brings us to Grant.
Threesomes are like for 3.
Threesomes are like for 3. Threesomes are like a turducken. Yeah,
Greasy.
that's probably true. I'll give you the point, Jess. Trap.
Everyone's getting stuffed.
Oh.
Everyone is getting stuffed. 1 point. Grant.
Threesomes are like a turducken. They're unnatural.
Oh.
This is Grant's Puritan side coming
Like
out.
the part of a conservative preacher.
What
all
happened
of
to
a sudden-
Nancy Pelosi not being left enough?
I'll give you the point, Grant.
It's about 3 souls coming together to create one beautiful thing.
Yes. How moving.
Yeah.
If you're a Turducken fan, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 points. Trap.
Threesomes are like a turducken. I've never had one.
I like that a lot, Trap. 2 points, bringing you to 29.
Reasons are like a turducken. There's a duck there.
It's like you're burrowing lasers into my brain. I will not take your bait. We're going back to 4. Now belongs to Jess.
Did we do Are You A for 1?
Are you a fun?
Because you got my fingers busy.
Whoa!
That was quick on the draw, Trap. Very well done. I'll give you 2 points, bringing you to 31. Grant.
Because I had you in the early 2000s.
So in this scenario, you go up to someone because you recognize them?
As someone I had sex with in the early 2000s.
Yes, I will give you the point. Yes.
Because you have a snake that keeps getting longer and longer.
Yes! My God! 2 points. Grant.
Are you a flip phone? Because I'm going to shove the antenna inside.
Oh my God.
You have gotten more crew ooze in this episode than ever before in Game Changer history.
Hey, crew, go fuck yourselves.
It's back to the board for Trap.
All right, let me do Sex With Me for 4.
Sex With Me for 400. It's time for another mini game. It's the old College Humor classic, sex toy or dog toy. This time with an expert.
That's too weird. What the fuck? Oh. Look, y'all, obesity is a myth. I'm not fat anymore. Roses are red, sandwich is grilled, millennial couple bikes through ISIS territory to prove humans are kind and gets killed. Oh, that was dark.
He tasks me. He tasks me, and I shall have him.
Nasty messages from a lot of nasty people. Of course, I knew that that was going to happen when I did the video, so I was actually pretty much prepared for it, so it didn't really hurt my feelings all that much. But I will tell you that tonight we're going to do something a little bit more relaxed, and we're going to do some fun with the Miranda. I, of course, have all of the Mirandas on here. Don't look at but you can do basically anything on this ship, because it is a legendary, if this is the legendary Miranda.
Whatever. Oh.
Alan Dersh.
I'm built different, and I can't come. I'm really happy. Is democracy good? No. Joe Biden deserves the death penalty, and Donald Trump bad. Let me close with this.
Alan Dershowitz just came out. He gay! On my first day back, I'm gonna shit in the Oval Office, and then we're going to take your children and send them immediately to China, and they're not coming back either. They're not coming back. We gotta get them out. Thank you very much. Bye!
I got 6 extra inches.
Go off. I have shin splints.
Who cares? Go to hell.
Shut up.
Haven't you noticed something about my hair?
It's less attractive.
Looks like shit. Correct. Totally.
What's up, dog? Oh my God, I'm coming. I'm overwhelmed. It's too much. I'm going to drown in a sea of cum. Torture me. Do it. Why? It's fun.
Set up. Punchline.
That's hilarious. I love The End of the Life of Brian. Have you ever seen that? That is not funny. That's just sad. People come on stage and really do nothing but confess their sins, let's say, sexual and otherwise. Now, I've also been accused 3 times in my career of sexual impropriety. Baseless accusations. And the last one really tangled me up for a whole year. Well, what does that mean exactly? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
What the hell?
From West Hollywood, California, the only news team that doesn't know what's on the teleprompter before they read it. Anyone who laughs or breaks loses points. This is Breaking News.
Hello and welcome to Breaking News, the show where we don't know what we're about to say and we aren't allowed to smile or laugh. I'm Sam Risch.
And I'm Sam Reich. Our top story tonight, billionaire owner of Dropout TV, Sam Reich, has announced a new conservative media venture known as Dropout America.
Reich released a statement saying, "These woke libs with their green hair and loser bicycles want to tax me out of my vacation home to pay for some kid I've never met to 3rd grade. I call bullshit."
The Game Changer host went on to say that poor people should have to pay to use the fire department and that we should get rid of libraries because they attract, quote, the wrong types.
The move comes amid the Dimension 20 contestants' recent shift toward overt right-wing politics. Contestant? The 7 most conservative things Sam Reich has said recently are: I feel like being poor is a choice. The only mental health I need is at the bottom of a bottle of Budweiser. I don't drink. The Statue of Liberty is the only woman I respect. That one's layered.
You've got 4 more.
I know, I'm putting way too much mustard on these.
Take your time, we edit these.
The only difference between France and Germany is that they're too ethnic. Donald Trump gets a bad rap. Also, I don't care for rap. 2 more. The greatest American sport is fishing, and the one after that is tax evasion. I was glad to see Trebek go.
Dropout America, under Reich's dictator-like control, will feature a slate of alt-right programming. Adam Carolla will host a talk show called Cancelled, in which he interviews C-list comedians and faded glory athletes on their political beliefs. They've announced 5 other shows along these lines. Fly Fishing with Sam, and Who's Gonna Get Deported Today? In a spin-off series, Kids in Cages, and a 4th show, Stars and Stripes and Titties Forever. And the 5th show is Get Back in the Kitchen.
Sorry, I'm coming out of the fugue state of the horror that is this episode to do this next line there. Those closest to Reich are offering stories to illuminate the shift in tone. Here to comment is his wife, Elaine Carroll.
You have got to be kidding.
Sam has changed. The other day, I heard him say to a delivery guy, "You want a tip? Here's a tip. Next time, call me sir. Now I'm giving you to the count of 10 to get off my property before I get a 5-iron and take out the headlights on that so-called car of yours." And when I was like, that's totally inappropriate, he was like, "Yeah, whatever. I could have totally kicked that guy's ass." Oh, I can't say ass anymore? Thanks a lot, Dr. Fauci. After that, he just started crying. He also told me that he wished that instead of having a cat and a dog, we had 2 guns.
We'll continue with team coverage of this development. Here's Sam Reich live from Reich's palatial new mansion.
Hello, Sam. I'm coming to you live from the worst part of Los Angeles. Beverly Hills. Sam Reich has settled into a sprawling estate with a tennis court, a climbing wall, and a small vineyard, which is odd because Sam is famously allergic to alcohol. That's true. There's debate as to whether he bought the winery out of spite so that no one else could have the grapes, or if he's been faking his allergy the whole time just to be an asshole.
There's word that Sam fakes most of his allergies. It's a Munchausen syndrome thing.
Sam gave a few reporters a tour, wearing only an open bathrobe and a pair of briefs. There was a swimming pool that can only be described as porny, complete with a grotto and a hot tub that he continually pointed out was body temperature before winking. He told us that we should all come back that night because the place would be absolutely crawling with sexy models. Then he got a turkey leg from somewhere and ate it while he walked. The turkey grease got in his chest here and he just rubbed it in.
Was there any other food?
No. Sam said he's not much of a foodie and will just eat whatever trash is lying around. I broke off from the tour and got a look at his bedroom. What I saw there shocked me, and I'll need at least 90 seconds to describe it in detail. I looked to my left. There was just a large, straight-up elephant head that it had written on it in its own blood, "I did this," comma, me, Sam Reich, did this. I did this by myself. Disgusting. I looked over to my right. There was an animal that was even more rare. A bunch of those owls that everybody's talking about. Just their heads literally taped to the wall. He didn't even bother, properly hanging them. He just taped them. It looked like Scotch tape. On the floor, there was just straight up maple syrup, just literally all over the place. I accidentally stepped in it. I got stuck to the ground. So how long had it been there? Who knows?
Maple syrup is one of the few sweeteners that I can have given my allergies.
I'll never forget what I've seen here today. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sam. We go now to an exclusive interview with the man himself, Sam Reich. Sam, good evening.
Good evening, you dick.
What a terrible energy to begin an interview with.
Yeah, that's my vibe now. I'm sick of pretending to be a friendly, affable, nice guy. I'm very mean, and it's time you all knew it. Now I'm going to say some things that I've wanted to say for a long time. Oh boy, these are my real thoughts. If someone clips them from this video and I try to say later that it was out of context, I'm lying. I'm not using the prompter right now. This is totally off the dome. Grant, you son of a bitch. First of all, teachers and nurses should be paid less. What's a nurse? Stock a vending machine with Advil and it can do the same job. And if teachers want to make more money, they should be smart enough to be principals. Second of all, I think that ladies' bras should have a second underwire that's just there to poke them. Bras should hurt. That's my opinion. Oh my God. My three favorite actors are Kevin Spacey, Woody Allen, and Woody Spacey, a deepfake hybrid of the two that I made on my Dell. Oh yeah, I love Dells. Please no. Dungeons and Dragons is bad, and so are game shows. I missed the Hollywood blacklist. Just in case it ever comes back, here are 5 friends of mine that I know are card-carrying communists. Grant O'Brien, Mike Schabach, the director of this episode, David Kearns, a producer on this episode, Chloe Badner, production designer on this episode, and Justin Cyril, who is also on the crew of this episode. Cole is good. The only thing that would make Cole better would be if it was... if it was dirtier, and if Woody Spacey owned a coal mine. When I go to restaurants with friends, I do that thing where I wait for them to say this.
Stream suspended for policy violations. You know what?